Hello, welcome to my channel. Happy you're here. My name is Lexi and I'll be reviewing Love Island USA Season 8. As an avid Love Island watcher, I'm very excited to be chatting about this season with you. Please feel free to like and comment below your thoughts, whether you agree with me, disagree, all cool. We can chat about it together, okay? Anyway, let's jump right into it. So right off the bat, I loved the intro. It was a whole production and I'm here for it. I know a lot of people were saying, oh, the intro, it looks so fake, yada, yada, yada. But I think it's great. I like the idea that they put so much effort into putting it together. We got to see the Islanders dancing, you know, we're getting familiarized with their faces, their vibe. I loved it. So here for the intro. They all look amazing, by the way. Like some people I saw online, they were like, oh, they don't look too hot this year. The singles don't look very hot. I think they all look amazing because I'm like, huh? Like, I know we're used to seeing these Instagram models and everything, but these people are definitely way above average. Like they all look gorgeous. So I didn't get that. I think Trinity looks a little like Serena. I don't know if I'm jumping the gun here, but like when I was watching the intro, I was like, she's kind of giving a little bit of Serena, but we'll see. We'll see. Love me some Serena though. So the two first Islanders who walked in were Kenzie and Anita, and turns out they're both from Georgia, which I think, well, production definitely put that together so they could kind of have that bonding moment. I wouldn't be surprised if they told them to ask the other person where they're from, but I think that was cool to have that little, you know, state link up, because when you're in these environments where you don't know anyone and they just throw you there with strangers, it's good to kind of have something that you can connect on real quick. We know last season we got Shelly and Alandria. They were the two black women, so they kind of like connected on that. So I'm here for the black girls, you know, more than anyone else. But just that's kind of just to start out. Honestly, when we get to see more of their personalities, then I'll see who I kind of vibe with. But right now, I'm here for Anaya. And I must say her dress, that orange dress, that was stunning. We know like dark skin with the bright colors, like the oranges, the yellows, those are going to hit every time. I feel like Kenzie may be good TV. She said she's emotional. Usually people who aren't afraid to like express themselves, because we know that they're hyper aware that they're on TV, right? So you kind of want people who are not too concerned with the cameras and they'll just give us the raw emotions. So I feel like Kenzie, she's given me the vibe that, you know, she'll definitely just, you know, wear her emotions on her sleeve in a way. I feel like she'll give us some good TV. I think I'm really gonna love Anaya. Like she has a great personality. She seems very outgoing. She just seems like that could be my girl, you know? So I really love Anaya's energy, her personality. I'm really hoping she goes far because I want to keep seeing her on my screen. Next we meet Melanie, and Melanie is gorgeous. Like as she came in and she was talking, I'm like, she kind of reminds me of someone. I'm not sure. I'm wondering, like Claire from, I don't know if you watched My Wife and Kids, but Claire from My Wife and Kids, she kind of, I don't know if that's the person who she reminds me of, but I'm like, okay, I can kind of see a little similarity there. So maybe like that's the person who, you know, she reminds me of. She looked like a little Egyptian goddess in that dress. I really liked her choice of outfit. So we'll see. She seems like she'll speak her mind when these bombshells come in and yada, yada, yada. I think she will not be afraid to give it to them. So we'll see if I'm right. Then we meet Beatrice. I don't want to say her name wrong. I think it's like Beatrice, but she said call her Bea, so Bea, okay? We meet Bea and Trinity next, right? And these two looked like models. They looked like they were walking on the runway as they entered that villa. I was like, oh my goodness, these two look like some supermodels for sure. Trinity really stood out to me. I think she's absolutely stunning. Seems like she has a cool vibe. As I said, she kind of well, when I first saw her, she kind of looked like Serena to me, but then as I kind of saw more of her, I'm like, okay, it's not really giving Serena. Serena is one of one. Bea seems cool. She seems like she has good energy. I like her. However, she seems like the type that'll give kind of like one of the guys, and I don't mean that in like a disrespectful way, but she just kind of gives that she can hang with the boys in a way. I don't know if because she does sports, maybe that's kind of like impacting my opinion, but she kind of gave that vibe, like, she can be like the homegirl, with the boys type of vibe. So we'll see. But I do like her personality. She seems like a fun person for sure. Like in terms of energy and personality, I think Bea and Anaya, they have really like, that type of vibrant vibe. I like it a lot. So again, we'll see. And the guys came in, the boys came in. I mean, I don't really watch these shows for the guys. So KC, he kind of stood out to me, that bright pink suit. He definitely made a mark, because that suit was very, kind of like just outstanding. You couldn't miss it. So yeah, he was kind of memorable, but I'm not really taking the guys too seriously yet. So I think Zach, Charlie's brother, because we know Charlie from last season, and he wasn't on the show long. His brother kept saying, let's see if I can do better than him. Let's see if I can do better than him. So we'll see if you do better than him. Like, okay, your brother was on the show, cool. He was lazy in bed. I don't know. I wouldn't put that out there as a man. As the episode progresses and they played that game where they were opening the doors, he doubles down. Like when they asked favorite positions, his favorite position was cowgirl. So he's dead serious about this lazy in bed thing. Like he's not trying to do anything, okay? And the job thing, I saw a lot of conversation around jobs. So like with a police officer, like we didn't get a lot of influencers this season. I think they're aspiring influencers, but they haven't really, branched into that world, I think, compared to like last season for sure. And I appreciate it. I like that they seem like regular enough people. They have normal jobs. A lot of people were saying, Trinity leaving her job for Love Island, that's kind of silly, or like that's crazy. I'm like, her job, this woman, you're acting like she had a CEO, like a top job somewhere, making like 6 figures a month. Said she worked in like a hardware store. Are you serious? Like, the girl is very young. I'm just thinking, it literally just sounds like almost like a summer job. So who wouldn't leave a job in a hardware store? She was even saying it, like people are asking her about, things related to maybe the items that they were purchasing. And she had no idea. Like, she doesn't care about that job. That just seems like something to do. So people acting like it's crazy for her to leave her job for Love Island. Like, we all know what Love Island can lead to. So are you kidding me? I would even leave maybe, I don't know, a serious job. Well, not me, because I'm not going on, not that they would pick me. What am I talking about? Anyway, so they had the first game or challenge, I guess. And I really love this idea, because instead of just, pick the person you like or just pick the person you find attractive, they were kind of forced to, like have a little more depth to it, where they stood behind the door and it's kind of like, you may not want to kiss this person, but if they're standing behind the door, smooch away, All right, so they couple up, and then of course no one chose KC, and I just had to giggle. I don't know, that made me chuckle. He was a good sport about it, but that's really embarrassing. I mean, to be on a show like this on national TV, international TV, whatever you want to call it, it's like, that's pretty embarrassing. And Casey is a good looking guy. So I feel like, he's not the type who is used to kind of not having options, I would say. You never know, but he's a good looking guy. So I feel like he's used to kind of having a pick, or having options. I kind of felt bad for him. But it was also funny as hell. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was laughing. And I think he'll still do pretty well on the show. Like, even though he wasn't picked by anyone, Sincere got the choice between Melanie and Anaya, and he chose Melanie, which that wasn't surprising based on the kisses and just how they were talking. And Anaya kind of ended up with KC by default. And I think she likes him already. She's interested in him. So They chose each other at the end when they had that game to ask if they still want to stay in their couples. They both chose to stay in the couple, and I definitely think Bombshell's other girl, they're gonna like Casey. He's a good looking guy, so even though he didn't have like the strongest start, the best start, maybe his, you know, feelings were kind of hurt there, I think he'll go far on the show, unless he does some crazy things and, you know, the people vote him off or the Islanders vote him out. But I think he'll do well on the show. So Casey, don't worry, like, you know, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. I think Melanie and Sincere, they make a very cute couple. Those two kind of look like they could be siblings. So they are very attracted to each other. Like, the initial spark is definitely there. But I feel like a lot of times in shows like this, there are too many variables. Like couples who kind of get together at the start like that, I don't see it really going, you know, like Bombshells are gonna come in, and again, when the couples start out very strong like that, people try to break them up, you know, things. And then like if they catch feelings very quickly, we know this is a show where you're gonna have to kiss other people and stuff like that. So if the feelings are too strong initially, then it usually becomes like a whole drama. So the other couple was Zach, the Greek god, honey, the Greek god was Zach and Kenzie. And you can tell Kenzie likes him. He kind of tells her right away, listen, I'm not into blondes. You are not my type. Like, he didn't waste any time telling her. And I respect it, because I think for men don't really grow in like. Men, if they don't have that initial attraction, it's not gonna grow. Like, his type is gonna come in the villa. I'm sure they have some pretty hot bombshells that are gonna be walking in. It's like, if you're not his type, he's not gonna grow to like you. So that's already done. Like, he's not checking for her. And we did see this play out at the end. It's like, he stepped on that red button, okay? He was on the red button. He's like, I'm not even gonna give her false hope. I'm not even gonna play you. Let me just be honest. You ain't my type. I'm not feeling you like that. I'm not gonna cuddle you. I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not kissing you. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything. But I think he did mention her blue eyes, and I feel like the blonde hair, blue eyes, like, you know, we hear this all the time. They're kind of like the stereotypical standard of beauty vibe. So I feel like she wasn't really expecting for, or maybe she wasn't banking on him not liking her. I don't know. The other couple was Trinity and Bryce. And when I saw them, I was like, are they trying to reheat Nicolandra? Like, what is going on? Are they trying to be Nicolandra 2.0? Because please, like, that cannot be replicated. Okay, please. But by the end of the episode, they were both standing on the red. They're like, you're not doing it for me. And I think a major part of that was the age thing. I think they had that like spark with the kisses and stuff, and they did look cute together. But by the time they had, I think it only took like one or two conversations for them to be like, okay, this is not it, you know. And that's cool. I respect it. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they probably like try again, or like they end up, I don't know, if they end up having a little thing. And the next couple is Bia, I'll just say Bia, and police officer guy. And Bia, I mean, I know by the end of the episode she wanted to switch. So she did switch, but I'm just thinking, like, she was saying a lot about like the kid is a red flag, him having a child. That's not what she's looking for. But I'm like, girl, you chose him, like, you stood behind his door.